What's up, world? How you been? What you been up to? Summer review, Raw Roulette, Las Vegas. This one is after Royal Rumble and Royal Rumble review down below somewhere, because not a lot of you caught it. So let's get started. So Raw starts with 3 Roulette backstage with Vicky. One is the Vicky's choice, one is the match, is one superstar. So Vicky rolled. Antonio Cesaro gets a special guest referee against Randy Orton. Then CM Punk comes out whining, and I shouldn't have lost, and it's not my fault. I had the match won. And then Vince came out and says that it's Paul Heyman's fault, and there is a proof of video. Someone anonymous has sent him a video, and evaluation of Paul Heyman's job is gonna be tonight. And then CM Punk leaves the ring. So Antonio Cesaro is Randy Orton, and that was an okay match. And Randy Orton was that this is okay for, like, it's not a pay-per-view quality match, but they're okay matches. And The Miz was a special guest referee in this match. So the special part was Miz was a special guest. We thought Miz gonna screw Antonio Cesaro, but Antonio Cesaro thumbs hits Randy Orton's eyes, and then he hit Randy Orton on, and then Miz pulled them back. It's like, oh, you cheated, don't do that, and don't do that, and stuff. Then Antonio Cesaro gets the RKO and loses. Then Miz grabs him and then do his finisher on him. Skull crushing finale. Then is backstage Vicky Guerrero with Ryback on they're willing the Billy Roulette, and Ryback has to make me laugh. I don't know. So Bills landed, and there is Darren Young and Titus O'Neil millions of dollar team versus Ryback. The Master Strikers out there to host it, and then millions of dollar make a joke, and it was a horrible. Then Ryback grabs millions of dollar, grabs Titus O'Neil. Darren Young leaves the ring and grabs Titus O'Neil, and then he hits his finisher. Then hits his finisher on Matt Striker. So after that, Wade Barrett comes in the ring. The wrestler's choice. So he chooses Bo Dallas, the NXT rookie that screwed him, and it's his IRS son. If you don't know who the IRS, search him. Ted DiBiase and IRS. They were a good tag team. Then Bo Dallas wins it with a big slam. It's a non-title match, but it was good hype for Bo Dallas. Then backstage, Cody Rhodes spins the wheel, the wrestler wheel, and then gets John Cena. And they had a match. John Cena wins. It was a quick match. Then John Cena talks about who's gonna first at Rumble, and then he at WrestleMania. That's what I meant. He won the Rumble. Who's gonna choose at WrestleMania? He says he's gonna choose either Rock or CM Punk with WWE. Where's one of those guys? So yeah. And then Shield comes in the ring, beat up John Cena. Then after that, Sheamus comes to help. Then Ryback, but not enough. They both get hurt. Then John Cena gets the triple powerbomb, and yep, that's over with that segment. And after that, there is Vicky backstage. Their brothers Clay and Tenside. They reveal the wheel, and then it gets to the bra and penny pillow fight. But Vicky says, I don't want that my show because evaluating me. Vince is evaluating me. So then they go and have another wheel. They wheel it, and then they get a dance off. But Brodus Clay doesn't tell Tensai it's a dance off. Tensai wears the bra and penny. So then Tensai do well, they dance off. Tensai does a good dance, but then he's embarrassed and he leaves. He gets like so embarrassed. Ron Simmons, oh yeah, Ron Simmons backstage, like the Tron shows Ron Simmons, damn, and then Tensai danced really, really good, like he's a good dancer. Then Alberto Del Rio versus Abdul was backstage, and the match he landed on is a body slam. So he doesn't body slam Big Show. Big Show gets healed and beat up Del Rio. Tapes Del Rio's hands in the ropes. He takes up your own medicine. Then punches Ricardo Rodriguez, then punches Del Rio, and both get out of. Del Rio gets out of the ring gingerly. So then another match is yeah. So we saw the segment again. Big Show what Del Rio Ricardo during the commercial. Del Rio helped backstage by officials. So after that we see a lumberjill, the Divas, and Tamina versus Kid, and the match doesn't end. The lumberjills come in the ring, lumberjills come in the ring, and they fight, and the match doesn't end. So after that, so they show the footage of Shield beating up. Then The Rock comes out and talks about how he deserves it, and he wanted the WWE, he had won it 7 times, and all that jazz. He says his catchphrases and stuff, he always does. Then CM Punk comes out, he says, you didn't deserve to win, I won, and all that jazz. Then Rock says, why don't you get some balls, come into the ring, and Rock says, CM Punk, you're a bitch. So they blurb it out, and then Punk was like, I'm a bitch, so I'm a bitch, I stay in outside the ring, I'll stay. And Punk says, I'll give you the rightful rematch. It's your rematch, not mine. So yeah, the Elimination Chamber, they get the rematch. So, and Damian Sandel versus Sheamus, which was the apps, WWE apps, and they had their backstage with Vicky. Then Sandel hits off the table match. In a table match, they had little spots. Then Sheamus, once there's a table on the turnbuckle set up, Sheamus speared through it, and he loses. Sandal loses. Then after that, there's others in the ring, Zack Ryder and Great Khali and Hornswoggle and Natalia are in the ring. They're both doing a sing-off WWE wrestling theme. So Great Khali can't read English, so probably because he didn't read the Tron. It was Shawn Michaels' song. He botched it so bad. It was like so horrible. And by the time Zack Ryder turned, 3-man band came in, and they all cleared the ring out. 3-man band went out. Like Hornswoggle does frog splash, and Great Khali does the chop, and Zack Ryder does his finisher, whatever it is. Then after that, Chris Jericho comes out, he gets a big pop. It's like, that was like the best night for him, I think. So he gets a big pop. I didn't really watch that segment because I needed to go to the bathroom. But anyways, I came back just in time that I saw the match. They made a match that Ziggler and Chris Jericho tag team versus Team Hell No. And Ziggler was in the match. Like Daniel Bryan comes in, and then as Kane was supposed to get out of the ring, Daniel Bryan got pushed to Kane, and then Jericho hits Kane and tags Ziggler, and Kane is pissed, and Kane chokeslams Ziggler, and Kane and Daniel Bryan argue again. So, but they win. So then they announced who's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. Third inductee is Trish Stratus. The second one, Bob Backlund. They showed the video again. But the third one, Trish Stratus, and she deserves it because I mean, she's a good woman wrestler, and she lives nearby my town, so I can go to her yoga thing and interview her if you guys like that. But I don't know. So then at the main event, as Vince McMahon comes out, there wasn't a lot of wrestling tonight, obviously, because it was promo and it was funny and it was fun mostly. So the main event comes out, Vince and Paul Heyman, they talk back and forth, and Vince shows the video of Heyman backstage with Brad Maddox. And Heyman was talking to Brad Maddox saying, you're a weasel, you keep coming back, and Shield comes and beat up Brad Maddox. And then Vince is like, wasn't that you? Because in the video they revealed that Paul Heyman was working with Shield and Brad Maddox. So they paid him, and yeah, so Vince is about to say that Paul Heyman says, I always lied, but I'm not lying about this. I had nothing to do with Shield and Brad Maddox or stuff like that. But then they showed the video package after that. So then he's like, that's not me. That's impersonator. That's someone else. That's not me. There are a lot of people in Vegas does other people act. So it's not me. But then when it's about to say you're fired, then he's like, Paul is begging like, no, please don't fire me. And hit the music as we knew it. I knew it at least. Brock Lesnar comes in, big pop. Woo, Brock Lesnar. And we all know he's on F5, and he did. He came in the ring. Paul Heyman begged, please don't, please don't do anything you regret. I had this, and he didn't. He was gonna get fired, but Paul Heyman over there watching, scared, all that jazz, and before you know it, Brock Lesnar won't talk, because I think after his surgery he got a girl voice, so like his voice is horrible, so he shouldn't talk, but he's a good wrestler other than that. So then F5's wins and ends Raw. And that's gonna be Triple H coming back fighting Vince McMahon fight one more time, and maybe tag match, Heyman and Brock versus Vince, but Heyman doesn't wrestle, but I don't know, that's just a joke, but yeah, so they announced somewhere in the show that Friday night Booker T will announce what's gonna happen to the World Heavyweight Championship, Fate of World Heavyweight Championship coming near future. So yeah, what you thought about the Raw, put it down, and hope you like this review, and you liked it, like it. I'm not forcing you to do it. If you want to subscribe, go ahead and do it. If not, it's okay. I'm not saying you have to subscribe. I'm not forcing you. It's a want. I don't even want to say subscribe or this jazz, but everyone does it, so I mean, I don't believe in doing it. So yeah, I'm out to go sleep, and yeah.